Do you have any thoughts on this? I'm live on Facebook right now.
Nah, just sad. Just very sad. That's all.
Did you ever see the kid? Did you know the family?
No, I didn't know the family. Like I said, when I drove past here that day around 4:30,
Oh, you're the gentleman I'm waiting on. Okay, well, you didn't tell me. Okay, this is the gentleman I was just talking about him. So, I know, Gary's like, she don't listen to me.
It's like I'm her husband. I said, this is the gentleman.
I didn't know what was going on. Okay, so this is the gentleman I was telling you about who said he was riding on his bicycle. And tell me what happened.
Okay, I was riding on my bicycle coming down this.
Wait, let me flip this around.
I was riding on the bicycle coming down here, and right when I got to the stop sign, I heard a lot of music playing.
Where were you? Right down there.
Where the stop sign was.
4 houses down.
Yeah,
Houses down.
coming down on my bike, coming down here. I was already tired, so I was just strolling, cruising, and I heard some music playing. And I seen there was a car parked here. I don't know if it was a white car. I seen a lady sit on the trunk. I seen a lady in the yard. I seen a bunch of kids here. There was somebody standing by the door, and they were all dancing. I don't like kids dancing the type of music they were dancing to. It was some booty shaking music. So I was kind of disgusted. I glanced and kept rolling past. Went home. Didn't think nothing of it until a little bit later when I started reading reports of them saying they was trying to fix a car and the baby may have walked off. And I was saying, well, if that baby would have walked off in the area they said, I would have seen that baby, because that's the route I take. It was through Sugar Creek, where everybody was searching at. I would have most definitely seen that baby. I've seen a lot of kids out over here, but like it is right now, there was no people along this street right here. It was just them outside at this time. So,
and what concerns you about that is the timeline.
The timeline. Well, I didn't say anything until I read a report saying DCFS was here between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. I said, nah, that's not right. So at 4:45, I called the FBI. I think the interview came out. And I called the FBI and I told the FBI, I said, no, somebody's lying. There was nobody out here fixing a car. There was a woman sitting on that trunk, and they was cheering them kids on outside when they was dancing. There was 3 adults out here, and I know I heard one lady screaming and cheering the kids on, get it girl, get it girl, get it girl. And they was twerking, and I was disgusted by it. So I called the FBI and I told them all of that. I said, someone is lying. Wasn't no one fixing any car. They was out here. And I was saying to myself, what's the difference of saying you were fixing a car and you're dancing? Well, the issue is, if the kids out here dancing, there's an adult playing music for them and someone supervising them, that means they would have seen that child walk off. Now, I don't know who was telling the police officers they seen some child walk off barefooted. In this community, you lose your dog, somebody gonna sit there and say, hey, there's a dog out here. So there's no way people in this community gonna see a child walk either way and not say anything. So that, to me, that was kind of suspicious of saying that. But I know what I've seen 1,000%, that these kids are out here dancing.
Okay, so my question is, did you see Cherie out here, the mother of the baby, and did you see Samaje, the little baby? Do you remember seeing the little baby at 4:30-ish?
I don't remember seeing the baby around that time, or the adults. I took what you call a quick glance, because I observed. I'm driving. I'm just observing. I took a quick glance because I was basically, I say, disgusted by seeing them kids dancing like that. And I took a quick glance, but I do know there was a woman on the trunk of that car screaming and yelling by cheering the kids on. So I didn't see that. But I will tell you, when I left, I got back home. I was going to my son's track meet, and we got back probably around about 7:30. And I sent my son to go get some mail across the street because his mom was gone out of town. And a neighbor here called me and said, hey, Jermaine, there's a lady, I got a house for sale over here. They said, there's a lady over here looking through your house over here, listening to the windows and stuff. She had a pink shirt on, and the cops was helping her. Cops was, I guess, looking in there too. And I said, well, if they want to, the house is for sale, maybe they want to see the house, I don't know. So later on, my son came back in the house. He said, oh yeah, and we live a block over. She said some lady came over to ask me, have you seen the child? And I was, I thought about it for a while. I said, man, that's kind of strange. So I called the lady back and I said, hey, like that. So I got on Facebook and I put it out there. I said, hey, if anyone's seen a 1-year-old child missing, say something. And then later on, I think me and my kids, we got about 9 o'clock and started searching the area and everywhere. And we didn't see it. But then I woke up the next morning and it just dawned on me when I started reading all these reports about them fixing a car. I said, no, that's a lie. But what really got me was the DCFS timeline when they said that she was here between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. I was like, no, because I would have
Let
seen.
me ask you this: how are you certain about your time that you were riding through here?
I tell you, I was certain because I paid my water bill at 4:04. I put my bike over. I got on my bike. I walked to my house about 4:15, and I got on my bike. It takes me to run around here. It takes me a good 20 minutes to get around here. Maybe 10, 20.
So if you left at 4:15 from your house, coming around this way, get you here about what time?
They get me here about 4:35, 4:40, somewhere. And I know it's between the 4:30, 4:45.
Definitely the time that they said the baby was missing and they were supposed to be looking for the baby.
Because I left out my house at 5:08 to go to my track meet, to my son's track meet. So that part I do know. Okay, I know what time I dropped my deal off at 4:04 because I looked at my phone. Now I couldn't look at my phone when I was riding my bike because I don't take my phone when I ride my bike because I don't want to lose my phone in this area over here. But I do know the time. I do know the lady was sitting on the trunk. I do know there was another lady in the middle of in the crowd right here of them kids and somebody standing by the door frame. I do know that. My story is consistent. You can get the FBI recording. I told them the same exact thing. And that's the truth. It's 100% the truth, and they know that's the truth. Okay. So them adults are sitting there still lying about they was fixing a car. That's a lie. Ask them kids, were they not dancing in that front yard? And I'm sure one of them kids will tell you, yes, we were dancing to some music.
News tonight in the death of 16-month-old Samaje